Right, what have we got today? Boosh, it's quite a large one actually, it doesn't even fit in the damn camera. Okay, so today we are looking at something else from Dewalt. I had to get some little bits and pieces, well, no, I had to get a lot of bits and pieces actually. There's some stuff that I needed to get for work, and I thought, you know what, when I get them, I'll get some more drill bits, because I've never got enough drill bits. So I got some more, and I thought I'll do a quick video, just a quick, very rapid one. I'm sorry for that reflection there, obscuring everything. There you go, that's a better look. So this is the Dewalt Black and Gold. So black is generally like some sort of an oxide, which helps protect the metal. And generally the gold colour, not always, but generally when you see that gold colour, it's normally like some sort of titanium coating, which generally can make drill bits last longer. It doesn't make them last forever, you know, they're all disposable bits, but it can make them last for longer. Now in this case, I don't see any claim of that, so when they're saying black and gold, they're not saying therefore it's a titanium coating to make it last longer. I don't see that anywhere. I mean, if you want to have a quick look at that, I mean, they're saying HSS-G, HSS, I don't know about the G, but in this instance, but HSS just generally stands for high-speed steel. So you would use this for drilling steel, and you could build up high temperatures and high torque, and it shouldn't cause a problem. I mean, I personally probably wouldn't use these for stainless steel, especially thicker bits that I need to get through. I would use a cobalt drill bit, and if you go and check out my review of, I think it was Stroughton or Stronton or whatever the company's name was, I went and had a look at one of their I think it was an M42, and I don't know if it was about an 8% cobalt additive on that, and I thought they were a load of crap. So I give them 9 out of 10, I think, if I remember off the top of my head. Go and watch that video if you want a good laugh, but they were poor. But I do trust Dewalt. Most of the stuff I buy, because I've bought crap stuff for years, and I know which stuff doesn't last, and I know which stuff does last, personally, for me. So I generally always buy, especially for bits and things like that, I'll get the Shockwave Milwaukee. Shockwave just means it's impact, because I do have an impact driver at home and at work, and I'll use them for certain applications. I don't always need an impact driver, but I always buy impact bits. And in regards to drill bits, generally Dewalt, sometimes Makita are okay. I used to quite like Bosch, but I generally find Dewalt and Milwaukee and things don't fall to bits, and I don't get annoyed when I'm trying to do bits of work. So this is the Black and Gold 19-piece set. So you get 19 pieces, and it's one of these tough cases you get, which is a T-stack. So if you can see, they do stack together. In fact, let's get this open. Let's get a cheeky knife. Right, I hate these clamshells. I hate them because you can never get in them. It's like wrestling. It's like WrestleMania trying to get the damn thing out. So bear with me here. Right, that made short work of that. Push, right, let's see if we can get it out of the box. No, it's more WrestleMania. Right, WrestleMania Night 2. Here we go. See if I can get it out of the clamshell. It's an excellent design to stop theft, but it's also a terrible design for the people who have to use them. Right, finally, take that out of there. Get rid of that. And to all the people wearing headphones, I apologise. I'm very sorry for that silly noise. Right. So this is what we get. So here is your tough case. It has a, the top you can actually see through, and this clips together. So that clips up, listen, boosh, there. And because that sits proud of the surface of this, and you have this nubbin here, if you have a look, if I can get it to focus there, sorry about that. You have this nubbin here, which you hook into and then click down onto here. In fact, it should show you, in fact, there it does there. So, number one, there. So you take it into the nubbin like that, and then they click together. So you can stack them up. So that's where the name T-stack comes from. I don't have any T-stack stuff. I've got a lot of Dewalt stuff, but I don't have any T-stack stuff. And I like the fact that they're coming like this. And even when they're stacked up, they have this, so you can identify them easily. I use Milwaukee Packout for everything. That just happens to be what I do. It doesn't mean that's any better. That's just better for me. And put in the comments if you use any other systems. I know Bosch have a system as well, but the price of that's ridiculous. Milwaukee's bad enough, but Dewalt's generally a bit more sensible. Pretty nice case, soft on the bottom, a little bit more brittle on the top because it's see-through, but very solid. That is not coming off. This here, it's sort of like it hooks right round. I like that, and then pop. You can feel that there's good sort of positive impact on that, and then push open. So it's double-sided here, and they are saying, I mean, you've got tough core, speed tip, and all that. Sorry if I can get it to focus there. Apologies. Let's go through this marking speak. So what is tough core, what's speed tip, and what is 3 flat shank? I mean, 3 flat shank sounds like somewhere I'd go fishing, but it's not. And can I just say, I like this system, the way these come out, watch. You flick them up and you take the damn thing out. Not like the old Milwaukee. They have changed now and they do flip up, but the old Milwaukee ones were rubbish. And if I have any, there's some. I think these are Dewalt off the top of my head. I think they're Dewalt. I mean, they've been used quite extensively. These are I've used these for plasterboard, actually. That's why there's a load of stuff on them. And these are, look, that's barely holding it. It's barely got any grip and it comes out and they fall out. So poor design on that. I don't know why they didn't make that like a spring, but that's previous generation, and most of the stuff now does come in these T-stacks much better. Although in my instance I will probably decant these and put these in some sort of Milwaukee pack out system, because I like to keep all the bits and drill bits together. So at the minute a lot of the stuff I've got them in separates like this, and then I've got other ones like this. This is just a masonry bit. Anyone who's into masonry bits, quite interestingly, there's the older design masonry bits, which I'm more common with. So you have the flute obviously on a masonry bit. I know I'm going off topic here, I apologize. And then you have this chisel, because really when it comes to a hammer action, you're chiseling it out and turning rather than simply twisting like that. But I tried these newer type bits. To me, if I didn't know that wasn't a masonry bit, I would say that's what I would call a ceramic tile bit, where it grinds a bit out, but it isn't. And I tell you something, that was a lot quicker and more aggressive than the standard design. Anyway, I'm off topic there. I know we're talking about drills, but I'm supposed to be talking about these drills. Okay, so 90-piece set. This is the DT70728. Is it QZ or something like that? It was on the back of here. In fact, no, was it on the front? I've probably cut it off. I think I've cut it off. Sorry, anyway. That's the model number anyway, if you were looking for this. Modular stackable T-stack system. I like that. I like the way that these actually come out pretty decent. I mean, I got these on a very special offer because someone I know had them and they were saying, oh, they come in and out dead easily. That's why I know, even though I've just opened this. That's just as a little bit of an explanation for you there. But, you know, past designs, not so good. That, great. It just works. So in regards to the marketing speak, let's talk about the marketing speaks here. Whilst I show you a nice close-up in a 4K HDR. Look at that there. Very beautiful. Nice flute on that. So, tough core. Now, they are saying the core of this, or the inside of this, has a tapered central core. It's fatter at the top, and then it flutes down to a tip under. You can't actually see that, it's inside, and they're claiming that will increase the durability of this and the lifetime of this. I don't know whether that's true or not, because I haven't used this exact set yet, and I've never come across tough core. But if you just wanted to know what that means, that's what they're claiming it means. Speed tip, again, I was a little bit confused. I do have somewhere, let me have a look. That might have one on. So you see this tip here. There, can you see how that has steps? So you can, it's very hard to see if I can get it to focus, sorry. See how that has steps? So you have your initial step and then it goes down, 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 and then it starts its main cutting. I thought that that's what the speed tip would be on this, but it isn't. I can't detect any particular prominence on that. And it's certainly not like what I would get with, let me have a look. I do have some somewhere, there's some. So if you have a look at this on a wood bit, you do your markings and say, right, I want to drill there, I want to drill there. And then me personally, I would use a wood bit like this, and then I would push this chisel section in. You know it's not going to then wander when you start your drill. There's none of this. They're just calling this a speed tip, and they're saying it gives precise centering at the start. I don't know what they mean by that, unless they mean that this bit here is extra sharp. I don't know. I mean, correct me in the comments if I'm misunderstanding this, but that just looks like a normal drill bit to me, or a standard one with flutes. Okay, that's what they're claiming that is, and it is a 3-flat non-slip shank. So what is a 3-flat non-slip shank? So this one doesn't have it on, if you notice. So I'll go to the smaller one just to prove the point. That one again is circular, and you can see from there, definitely circular, yeah. But once you get into a certain size, and that size is it 5, I think, and there's a couple of 5s in here, so take out a 5. Yes. So a traditional drill bit, and we're not talking about impact drivers or, you know, 1/4 inches where you have the standard 1/4 inch hex head. A non-hex headed drill like this would generally be sort of rounded. This isn't. It has 3 flat planes on it, and you can see that. So there's one. You see that catching the light in it, and then this is the second one, and there's the third one. So what that does is that prevents slipping. So if it's not properly in the chuck, it'll just prevent slippage and damage to the chuck there. I've never really had that an issue. I generally, well, I do it the lazy way. I hold the chuck and then I use the drill and it tightens itself. But I know you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hand tighten it. But I've never really had a problem. Maybe it's better in high-speed metal applications, but I've never had a problem with that. So you've got your 3 flats non-slip, shank. Okay, fair enough. That's like an added feature if you need that, and it is an HSS-G. Again, I presume that's just a type of high-speed steel, and quite nice design geometry on this. I'm not seeing any burrs or weird stuff on that. All of them I can smell slightly and feel, and especially on my fingers, they're all coated in probably some sort of light machine oil. I do that anyway. If I get drill bits which are dry like that, I tend to just give them a coat, and it just prevents any corrosion, even though these are coated. So it does have what may be titanium, I don't know, and I'm not going to make that claim, and it doesn't say that on the box. It looks like that based on the colour, but it doesn't necessarily mean it is. And then you've got the black oxide in the flute there. Again, I've never really had any bother with corrosion in gaps like that, but it's there if you need it. So pretty good set. I quite like it. Like I say, I'll probably take some of this out and stick it in the Milwaukee pack out. But just so you know, this is the metric version, so apologies to the Americans who are thinking, why isn't this 9 2/1000ths of an inch and all that? Okay, the standard, is it called SAE, Standard American English version, will be available for your fractions and things like that. So it goes from 1, then a 1.5, a couple of 2s, 2.5 times 2, then a couple of 3s, a couple of 3.5s, a couple of 4, so you get doubles on the smaller ones, and then as you raise, the 5s are the last one where you get 2, and then then it stops and you get 1 of each. So 5.5, 6, 7, 8. I've noticed there was no 9, but I don't see them very often. And then there's a nice 10 there. So that's going to cover it for the review of this. Now, it's not a full review because I haven't used them yet, but I know some people want to see this stuff. They say, why make more videos, even if they're just you waffling. Okay, well, that's what I'm doing here. So I hope that's helped anyone who is looking at these. Again, I've tried cheaper drill bits. And basically what happens is you go, that's a fantastic deal. Oh my goodness, think of the money I'm going to save. Wow, I'm going to go and get a triple cheeseburger to celebrate. And then you use them, and then the triple cheeseburger gets thrown on the floor in anger, and you just think, why didn't I just buy the real stuff? So for me, DeWalt, Milwaukee, sometimes Makita, sometimes Bosch. Bosch seems to have fallen by the wayside, just personally for me. I mean, I've got someone at work who was saying Ryobi are okay. Yeah, they're okay. I'm sure they're fine for DIY. Probably not for work, though. That's just my personal opinion. But DeWalt, fantastic. I trust them, and I like this T-stack system. You can stack them all up. I might try and get some more because I'm not against the system. I'm a pack out guy, but there you go. I mean, I might look at some of these others in another review, or might look at them all together. But you know, if you really want to have a look at them, I will do that. I did have to get a new step drill, and I was looking at, there was loads of cheap ones now, but they're all a load of rubbish. This is an impact one. I wouldn't use an impact driver for the application that I use a step drill for, but this one is, you know, you see all the different materials you'll have to use there. I'm not going to go over this. This isn't what the review's about. And then it'll do it to 5mm, and it is a 6.35mm. In other words, a 1/4" hex on the end there. Wait, you can see it there. So I trust DeWalt. There you go. Right. Thanks for joining me. If you've got any questions about this, let me know. I will get this used as soon as I can at work. And thank you very much for joining me on this. I was going to say a sunny Saturday morning, but it's not sunny. It's raining again in jolly old England. So you enjoy your day. Goodbye.